What an opportunity, what an honor. I'm sitting in front of the Grandmaster, the Deputy President of FIDE, and a world chess champion, a chess player, a commentator. I can go on and on. Vishy Sir, a pleasure. Thank you so much for agreeing to speak to us.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So, while growing up, every Indian had you as an idol. We all got inspired from you. You are the one that chess is in our lives. I'm sure a lot of people must have told you this. When you hear this, what kind of a feeling does it give you?
Obviously, I'm slightly flattered. I'm grateful also because, in the end, what's a sports person's dream? That he wants people to appreciate what he does. So I will agree that it is quite flattering.
Sir, the Global Chess League, we're here today in Dubai. You were here in Dubai in 2021. It was a grand success. A new way of presenting or playing and interacting with the game of chess. This game has been on for 1500 years in India. The evolution, the way people have been playing and the people have been playing now, what are the differences that you've been seeing so far?
Obviously, recently the game has grown a lot through technology. The things driving it are computers playing the game better and better. Therefore, computers giving access to everybody playing the game to the best training methods. The second thing is bandwidth. Bandwidth has been growing, and this makes it easier and easier to present chess live all over the world, and that's been a huge driving force as well. And recently, what happened was during the pandemic, which was accidental, of course, but it was a coincidence that so many people, when they were stuck at home with nothing to do, they rediscovered chess, or they decided that chess is the way to keep them busy, and the game exploded in terms of the numbers of people playing the game and attempting to play. We're talking 5 to 10 times growth in just 1 year. So now the thing is, how do we, this new audience that is available for chess, so to speak, how do we tap into that? How do they give them more interesting content? So the idea of the Tech Mahindra Global Chess League is to have franchise-based teams, franchise-owned teams, have teams with the best men players, the best women players, the best junior players, and compete in a league format. I think that itself is very exciting. It gives everyone something to root for, and everything. But then to leverage their technology and use that to make the game interactive, to make it accessible, to allow you to immerse yourself, to engage with the game. Imagine that you could visualize yourself sitting in the board and thinking about this position and even making a move, these kinds of things. So there's a new opportunity to present the game to people who have just gotten introduced to it, and make the game of chess more interesting.
And the Global Chess League, of course, is a great platform for everyone who's already been playing chess. So, you think what would be the minimum requirement to be a participant for the Global Chess League? At what would be the requirement minimum? I mean, how would you qualify for me to be a part of the league?
Okay, at the moment, the league will each team will invite its own players. So perhaps what you're talking about can come at a later stage, but I think at the moment it's conceived as a competition. There will simply be top players who are invited by the teams.
Chess as a game is quite intellectual. I mean, everyone perceives the game as it's a very intellectual game. But we talk about the skill required to play the game. How much would that intelligence, in terms of percentage, be required to play the game? And what are the other skills required?
Rather than the word intelligence, because intelligence is very context-based. You can be intelligent at something because you're good at it. I would say the correct word is aptitude. So there is definitely a role for aptitude in chess. You see that some youngster picks up in 5 minutes what another youngster needs 5 hours for. And then you understand, look, this person is somehow, the brain is wired to play chess. That is there. But the most important thing is, of course, work. Even the most talented youngsters, they fall behind if they're not working on the game. So work is the most fundamental. Work, lots of training, lots of practice. You, just like a language, the more you use it, the better you get. So you get more and more fluent, the moves comes faster, everything comes more naturally. And in unknown situations, you're able to improvise and react much better. All this happens. So mostly the game is about work and training and improvement, like all sports. But we must acknowledge that aptitude plays a part.
Amazing, Vishwanath sir. There are so many things in my mind right now. I would like to ask you two more questions. The first ever chess game that you ever played. How old were you and with whom you played?
I was 6 years old. Almost certainly it was with my mother. And I don't think she let me win yet. That would have been too much. That probably was a bit later. So I'm guessing I lost.
And the greatest ever feeling of accomplishment or success throughout your career, when was that moment?
That it comes multiple times, and asking me to choose which one is the greatest is a little bit like me, which arm do I like more or something. Having said that, I would say that my victory in the World Rapid Championship in Riyadh in 2017 felt very, very good.
So you are world number one. You have been world number one, and you are number one for all of us because we admire you, the way you've made us proud. So we're really honored to be here. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you so much for talking to me.